Alright, yo, what's going on, guys? It's literally here, and today I will be explaining the story of me getting my tonsils removed. And if you guys watch this video and before you guys get your tonsils out, or you're gonna, trust me, this will not happen to you. The things I'm about to tell you, I guarantee, I'm 99.9% sure that this will not happen to you. So I had to get my tonsils removed, though, like I said, not a big deal. It's about a week's recovery. The younger you are, the easier it is. So if you're an adult and you're getting your tonsils removed, it's a lot harder. I don't know why. But my tonsils were really big, I guess, and they were super swollen. And if we wouldn't have gotten them removed, they would have gotten so big to the point where they would have suffocated, like, my throat would have closed off, and I would have suffocated to the point where I couldn't breathe, and I could have died if I didn't get them removed. And I needed to get them removed so I wouldn't get strep 5 times a year. But I get my tonsils removed, and they give you this disgusting medicine. It's liquid hydrocodone. And it tastes awful. It's so gross. Like, I don't understand why they have to give you such a, like, it's just so gross. I don't know why. It just doesn't taste good at all. So I have to take this medicine for 4 hours, for every 4 hours for 7 days. It already tastes disgusting enough, but now I have to take it 4 hours, every 4 hours for 7 days. That's a freaking week straight. Every 4 hours, and I have to take that nasty ass, gross medicine. No thank you, but I still did it. Well, actually, I didn't, kind of. Well, I'll get more into it. So, sometimes kids, not just kids, but sometimes the scabs in the back of your throat will come off, and it'll start to bleed. And what they have to do is go back in and make it stop bleeding and stuff. And one day I'm home alone and I'm watching my favorite NFL football team, the Broncos. They're playing against the San Diego Chargers, and I'm home alone, and all of a sudden my mouth starts to bleed. So what you're supposed to do if it bleeds is gargle ice water, and then it should stop. Well, I gargled and gargled and gargled and gargled and gargled ice water, and it never stopped bleeding. So my mom finally gets home, and she's like, "How long did you gargle the water for?" And I was like, "I don't know." So then I do it again for even longer, and I'm still bleeding. So my mom is like, "Alright, well, let's go to the ER so they can see what's going on." So we go to the ER, and this is all, I don't remember. This is like 5-6. But remember, this happens to like every 1 to 2%. This is a 1 to 2% chance of this happening. So we're in the ER, and he's looking at it. And I'm just, like, before we got to the ER, it was just a little bit of blood. And the second I stepped out of the car, it was pure blood. Just when I would spit, it was just pure blood. So I'm at the ER spitting into this green bag. And the doctor comes out to get me, like, instantly. No, I don't know who it was, but it was like a dude that came back and got me and put me in this room. So then we called the on-call doctor for tonsils and stuff, and he comes in, And he's like, okay, this is what we're doing. And yeah. So they give me this stuff called, I can't think what it's called right now. It's like, I don't know. Can't think of it right now. But they give it to you and it helps make you fall asleep. And they give this to me, and I've taken this before. I know how it works because I've had an original surgery on this. This wasn't supposed to happen, but it did. So they give you an IV, and then they give you this stuff that they put through the IV, and then before you go in, you have a mask, and this mask puts you to sleep, and then they can work on you. Well, I didn't eat anything for the first week of this happening. So, I'm in there getting my stuff done. I don't know what happened. I was asleep. But they have to do this before it gets worse. So they do it, and then I have to stay overnight in the hospital. So we stay overnight in the hospital, my mom and I, and it was really boring. There was nothing to do. And this is all on a Sunday night, and my brother and sisters, they have school tomorrow. And my mom had to make a lot of cupcakes. I don't remember how much there were, but she had to make quite a bit of cupcakes. And she was supposed to make these cupcakes, but then this happened. And then my dad is like freaking out. My stepdad's freaking out. And I don't know what happened between him and my mom, but they were both like, I don't know. I can't remember. But so I go home the next day and I just take it easy again. So now instead of a week, I'm out of school for 2 weeks. Yeah. So I'm starting to feel a little better now. I still haven't eaten really. So on a Friday night, my older cousin, he plays football, high school football, and my mom wants to go to Bozeman because that's where they're playing and watch him. And I was like, you know what? I really don't feel like going. And she was like, okay, well you can stay home. Hold on. Sorry, there was like dust on my desk or something. But sorry guys, my mom texted me. But I'm sorry for that. But so they are going to Bozeman for a couple hours to go watch my older cousin Caden play. So I just stay home, and then my other cousin Forrest, I'll leave the link to his channel in the description. He comes over and we're hanging out. We order pizza, we're chilling. I'm finally eating. We're playing MWR, Modern Warfare Remastered, and Modern Warfare Remastered video will be coming out soon, so look out for that, guys. But he comes over for a couple hours, and then he gets tired. Like, he has a tournament, I think, and a couple the next day. So he's like, your mom needs to hurry up and get here and take me home. And I was like, well, I don't think she's gonna be home anytime soon. And he's like, well, okay. So he calls his brother, and my other cousin comes to get him. And about 30 minutes after he leaves, I start to bleed really bad. To the point where if I would open my mouth, blood would just run out of my mouth. And I was FaceTiming my girlfriend during this whole situation, and she saw all of this. And she hates blood, so this was a pleasant experience for her. But I filled up like about one of those big movie theater cups. I filled it about halfway up with blood from just spitting. And then I get super lightheaded and really hot. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab an ice pack, and she was like, no, don't get up. If you're lightheaded, you don't need to get up. And I didn't listen to her. And I get up and I'm starting to walk, and then all of a sudden I start to lose conscience. I don't know how to pronounce that word. You know what I'm talking about. Consciousness. We're gonna go with that. But I start to lose balance on my hardwood kitchen floor. And then all of a sudden, I'm just face first on my kitchen floor. I almost said table. Floor. And my mouth hurts so bad. And I open my eyes and I look and I see my tooth on the ground. So I kind of feel around with my tongue and I realize I just knocked out my front tooth. Like, if matters couldn't have gotten worse, like, you think that this could have not gone any worse. I lose so much blood to the point where I almost pass out completely on my kitchen floor. I knock out my tooth, I chip my teeth, I make another one loose that I already lost. It doesn't get any worse than this. Oh, but it does. So I was like, okay, like, I gotta go. I'll FaceTime you back here in a minute. I just need to call my mom and let her know what's happening. And she was like, alright. So I end the call with her. And I should have done this before. But she later asks, what's your mom's name? Or she knows my mom's name. What's your mom's phone number? So I give it to her. But, like, if I would have, like, something happened while I was talking to my mom, and she didn't know that, though, like, that would be scary. But, I talked to my mom, like, Mom, I kind of just, like, broke my tooth. And then she was like, well, we're gonna have to, and then I start crying. Like, I just start breaking down in tears. Because, like, everything that's happened, like, I feel super bad. I feel super guilty. And I don't know why. I just felt like that way. I don't know. But my mom's like, Caleb, don't worry about it. It's fine. We can get this fixed. It's dental work. The dentist can do amazing things. So I was like, okay. So then I call back McKenna, my girlfriend. And we're talking and stuff. And this is where it gets really disturbing for her. I kind of burp and I taste blood, and I was just like, ew. And then, all of a sudden, I start throwing up blood. And if you don't know what a blood clot is, I don't really know how to explain it, so Google it. But there were piles of blood clots in my blood, just puking out blood. And I got it all over me. It was on my socks and stuff, and it was so gross. But that happened, and then my mom gets home and she sees the mess. And she says, well, I can't do anything about it right now. Like, we need to get to the ER. Like, I can't clean it right now. And I was like, it's fine, let's just go. So then in the car on the way there, I'm like falling asleep. And my mom, she's like kind of feeling my neck. And she's like worried that I'm dead. And then she was just like, and then like, she's sitting there like touching me and crap. And I'm like, jump up. Alright, jump up. And I like woke up and I was like, what are you doing? And she was just like, I was just making sure you weren't dead and stuff. And I was just like, oh. Well, we go to the ER, same process. They do the same thing, they recauterize it, then they glue the tooth back in for now. And then I had to stay in the ER for 3 nights. Just because of all the blood that I lost. But yeah, that was the story of my tonsils being taken out. It was a complete and total fucking nightmare. and I hated every second of it. But yeah, if you guys like the video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you guys haven't already. We're almost to 30 subscribers. We need one more. So if one more of your guys' beautiful faces could subscribe, I'd love that. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.